Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Yes, I'm going to apologise again for the background. Things have come down, things need to go back up, and I haven't got round to it, so I do apologise, but I'm sitting here because the light is perfect. For a change, I'm not complaining about the light in my videos. Yeah, I'm back with another beer review. I've had to shut the door over there because I'm being all domesticated. Washing in the dryer. Baz has got tea on. There's a lot of noise. Not that you need to know that, but I just thought I'll do my usual waffle, didn't I, before a video. So yeah, back with another one. And this is another one that I purchased before, not long before I said I was going to jack it all in. So to actually do it now is, yeah, it's a little bit late, shall we say, but it is getting done. And it's one that I picked up from Lidl. They kind of have their own brand. I'm going to say own brand. It's not as such, I guess. But I compare it to Leffy, if you like. And what we are looking at is a beer from Abbaye de Vauclair. And this is a bottle of their ambree. There we go. Amber, if you like. 750ml bottle, 6.1%. And I think this come in at about $2.49, $2.99 maybe. Somewhere between that, somewhere around there, I think, anyway. And like I said, I always sort of say these are sort of Lidl's version or the Lidl version of Leffy, if you like. So yeah, there we go. Big 750ml bottle. I've told you the ABV, I've told you the sort of price. It's a Cajun cork. I've had a few of their beers. The Rubis, which is the ruby, I really enjoyed. I have actually reviewed the Blanche. Nice enough, but a little bit disappointed. I think I've done a couple of others. And now we're on to this one. So let's get her open. Don't have a Abbaye de Vauclair glass. On this occasion, I'm going to bang it in the older left one. A big pint left one. So let's get it open and see what we get. It was really, really cold before. I brought it in from outside. It's been there for, like I said before, I was saying about giving up doing the beer review, so it's been outside. It was really cold. I've had the radiators on, I've sat it on there. It has warmed up a bit, but it is still rather chilly, so probably not ideal. Probably should be at about 10 degrees. I've got a feeling it's nowhere near that, but we'll give her a go. Cork out. Plenty of smoke, you're not going to see that, so let's get it in the glass and see what we get. I'm not going to tilt the glass. I don't think you need to with these sort of glasses. What I am, you think you would learn anyway as you do it, but what I'm finding is it's wide, so it sort of spreads the head out and it tapers in at the top and gives you a nice head on the beer at the end, or so it should. If I'd carried on, it probably would have. So, Belgian beer, 6.1%. There we go. And ombre, amber. It's looking amber amber in colour. It's a nucleated glass, so we've got quite a bit of bubbles going up inside, but the head has pretty much sort of gone. It's just a dusting of slightly off-white on top. So it looks a little bit disappointing. I was quite vigorous with the pour. I would have liked to have a bigger head, but that has really gone now. So let's dive in on the nose. I'll try and swirl it around. That ain't going to work, is it? Just dive in with the nose, give her a sniff. Got quite a nice aroma. It's got a warming aroma. Caramel, banana. Slightly sweet. Got quite a malty aroma. It smells very nice, to be fair. It does smell very nice. Not getting so much of that sort of Belgian yeastiness that you get from this sort of style of beer. But it does smell nice. It does smell nice. So I am going to whack a bit more in there. I say it's not really doing an awful lot. Considering that 750ml, this must be a big left glass because it says a pint, but I'm obviously over the line and that bottle's nearly empty. Anyway, Abbaye de Vauclair Ombre from Lidl, 6.1%, 750ml bottle, 2.49, £3, something like that. Let's dive in. Cheers. Let's go in again. It feels very sort of dead. First impressions, yes, there's bubbles there. You can see the bubbles kind of forming a little bit of foaminess on top of the beer. But it's not doing nothing. It never really created a head. The beer feels quite light. It does feel light, to be honest. I expected it to feel a bit more in body. It's not wishy-washy, but it does feel kind of light. Carbonation is there in the glass, but again, that feels... The carbonation feels like hard work. It's almost like it's fizzing, yeah. But without that nucleated bottom, you kind of feel there'd be nothing there. It'd feel a little bit lifeless. And don't get me wrong, you don't want a really gassy beer, but this seems to be lacking straight away for me. So the body for me isn't the greatest, which means, in my opinion, on this occasion with the beer, the body doesn't feel that massively heavy. It almost needs a little bit more carbonation to bring it to life. It's lacking that for me. The bubbles are there, but feels like hard work, like I said. It kind of feels smooth, but the bubbles are there and making it feel a little bit rougher. It's quite a hard one, this one. It's the mouth feels okay. Everything is sort of okay. The body is okay. The carbonation is okay. It's smooth-ish. But there's sort of things I can fault with this beer, with all of them, despite there being good sort of points about it. There's a negative to go with it. On the taste, it sort of has an English ale feel to it in a kind of way. There's not a massive amount going on there, but it's quite pleasant. There's a subtle sweetness, I'm going to say. A little bit of sort of malty graininess in there. A little bit of caramel maybe, a little bit of toffee, but very subtle, very subtle. It's almost like an English ale that has that them sort of flavours, but it's a little bit odd. Subtle fruitiness that you would get from, say, like a Lef. A very subtle sort of banana feel as well. But again, subtle. Everything is very light on this for me. And there is, I think, a little herbaceous note. It's kind of got everything there, but not enough to sort of... It's kind of a little underwhelming. I I reviewed Left Amber, and that was another one. Even sort of like the Left Amber, I found that a little bit underwhelming. Now, whether that is the style, and the style is a little bit underwhelming, I don't know. But the fact that the Left done the same, but this is even sort of less, I think, than the Left Amber. Nothing really nasty in there. There's nothing really nasty in there. It just doesn't do it very well, I'm going to say. The 6.1%, I do think you get a bit of that in the flavour. I think because everything else is so muted, it's almost like the star of the show is the 6.1%. And you do, I wouldn't say you feel it massively, but you do feel it. And I think because there's not enough sort of bolder flavours in this beer, I think you kind of not concentrate, but you kind of get drawn to the ABV in it. And generally, I wouldn't say that's a good sign. What you want is for the alcohol to kind of be hidden and the flavours to sort of draw you in, rather than get distracted by the alcohol, if you like. So, yeah, for me, the Abbaye de Vauclair Ambree, I'm going to say is a little bit disappointing. Now, I've only had like the Left Amber and Quack. I think they call the original Quack and Amber. Quack is a belter. The Left Amber, I was a little bit disappointed with. This one, I am, you know, to be honest, I don't think that's great, but that could just be the style. So, you know, for me, it doesn't get a thumbs up. It's not one I would levitate to again. Some people don't like the Rubis, the Ruby one. I actually thought that was quite good. I would definitely pick that over this. So yeah, for me, a little bit of a letdown, but hey ho, not a massive amount of money spent. It will still get drunk. If you've had this beer before, let me know what you think. Feel free to comment. That's it for this one. A little bit of a long one and a little bit of maybe a depressing one, but things have to be said. Thanks for watching. See you on my next one. Cheers.